Hi guys, I'm Nicole Johnson with Move Fitness and Dance. I'd like to give you a quick tip today on shoes. We teach Zumba here at Move, and we teach a lot of other dance, fitness, bar, yoga, plyo, pound, a lot of good stuff. But a lot of people ask us about shoes, and there's a big thing about dance fitness shoes versus running shoes and cross-training shoes and all that good stuff. So we get asked this a lot. I personally tell people to find shoes that are supportive for their feet, feel good individually on your own feet, and don't have as much traction on the bottom, but that for me doesn't mean it can't be a cross-training or running shoe, because some of the running shoes now have been made with a flatter, less rubber traction bottom, just as shoes have started to change. So find something that fits good on your feet. You go in the store and like twist the foot, test them out, actually do some movement with them. And then also find a place where you can go that will allow you to bring them back, potentially with having them actually been worn. There are a lot of stores out there, I'm not going to pick and choose one or the other, but some of them will allow you to give them a test, love them or return them kind of deal. You might be paying a little bit more for that, but it's worth it, because if your feet start to hurt and they're in terrible pain in a week, you don't want to spend $100 or a chunk of money on a shoe that you now cannot use. So that's the first tip. Make sure that you can return and get a test run on your shoes. And then also, one thing that does help that we have actually been doing a lot at the studio is talking about tying your shoes. So I'm going to see if I can get in close here without chopping off my head, and you can see my feet. So I didn't make this up. People that are brilliant and shoe designers and runners have made this up. So I'm just sharing this with you as a tip. So these little, see these little extra holes on the end of your shoes? There's like a little extra hole back here. You're always wondering, like, why is there a whole way back here? Because that really wouldn't work to tie my shoe. So you actually take your shoe. So this is your normal tie. You can see here, there's an extra hole on the outside way out here. I'm gonna just kind of get this a little cinched here, not too tight in here. You don't want to over tighten it here, especially for something like Zumba and other kinds of fitness. Your feet are swelling. One more thing on the shoes, you get about a half size bigger than normal on the shoe because you are going to swell. Again, that's to preference, but in a group fitness setting, that is pretty standard, and my feet agree with that too. So I'm sharing my experience with you. So you'll go ahead and tie your shoe regular here. Then you're gonna make a little loop into that extra hole. So if you can see there, I made a loop into that extra hole right here. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Let's see if I can turn here and help you guys take a look here. Loop into that extra hole. Okay, so now I've got two loops here into the extra holes of the shoes. I'm gonna cross over, like I'm gonna tie my shoe, stick it through that loop. You can see there, probably not so good with my black funky laces here. And then I'm gonna do the other side, cross through that loop, see through there. Now I've got my crosses over through those two loops. See if you can see here. The loops, I've crossed through them, and now when I pull, I can pull up with the laces, not tightening here like yanking over the top, but I pull and all of a sudden it's cinching around my ankle and it's getting a little bit tighter there. So I'm going to pull and then tie it. I can tie it even loose on the top so I can not get too much tension here on the top of my foot, but I don't lose that pull from the edges of the ankles. It actually gives me the support on my shoe, and that's going to be a big part, especially with Zumba and dance fitness. You're moving around a lot, you're doing a lot of lateral changing of positions, and you want to make sure you have something supportive, that you're not just going to roll your ankle through. You want to make sure that it's cinched around the ankle without giving that pressure and getting your foot to be numb. So that's my tip with the shoes. One more tip forgot to add before, insoles. Insoles are great. You don't have to get the $1 million insoles. I tried a few. Personally, I don't like the plastic in mine because I can feel it. My arch is really picky apparently. So I just have one that's got good rubber in it that goes all the way through my shoe. It's an athletic insole. It's about 20 bucks. Not bad at all, but that plus a supportive shoe is going to save my knees. It actually has done a lot for my knees and issues that I've had with overuse on my legs. So that is a big factor. You rip the inside insole out of the shoe and you stick the other one in. That half size extra that you're going for on the shoe is going to help you with having more room in there so that they're not too tight. When you put the insole in there, adding a little bit of tightness and filling the shoe a little bit. And just make sure that you get something that's going to help catch the bouncing and the jumping and any resistance that you're putting on your body. Shoes are important. You want to change them out often. They're like a car. More mileage, more support, and you got to really change them out and make sure that you're not letting your legs get all bent out of shape. So thanks so much. Thanks for listening. That's my bit about shoes. Obviously, we just had class, so I'm super sweaty, but watch for some more. Check out the links below. Subscribe to our channel with Move Fitness and Dance. Thanks so much.